This is a quick video of my under tank system. Over here is the RODI top-off water container. There's two pumps in there. One goes to top-off, one goes to the calc reactor. That line down there is the drain from the display tank. Goes into this first chamber of the sump, which you can see has got the skimmer in it. Over to the left here is a skimmer collection chamber. Also in this chamber I've got the temperature probe and a pH probe. This is the system pH probe. Like you see on the temperature probe, there's a feather duster growing there. I got some live rock in there with some critters. It's not coming in focus. There's a hermit crab there, and there's sponges on this rock. There's several types, but just the yellow one there is visible on the top. Next, the water goes through a weir for some bubble separation. Oh, there's some Cheeto right there too. Flows down underneath, comes back up. You can see some, I think they're pronounced chitons in here, just some other natural scavengers. There's another one there. Water comes up over this glass partition and flows into the next chamber, which is the refugium. A lot of macroalgae in here that I thin out when I do a water change. There's pretty slow movement going through here, so it's going all the way across, and I'll show you in a second why. It's a cross flow, so it's really slow on top, as you can see. And one thing nice about this is when I do get cyanobacteria, it forms on the top of the skimmer here, and then when I do the water change, it's easy to suck out. There's lots of life in here. You can see a big pink sponge with some mysis shrimp swimming around. Usually there's a few pods you can see, but I vacuumed this out yesterday, so I probably sucked a bunch up. But you can see some other life in here, some small feather dusters, bristle worms, like I said, the mysis shrimp. There's a pod right there. And jump on the other side of the tank partition here. This is lit by just two Home Depot 6500 kV plant lights. You get a better look at the top of the refugium there. And again, I thinned that out yesterday. It usually gets pretty covered where you can't see anything. There's live rock in there. And in the back there are my two small reactors. The one on the right's got carbon in it, and the one on the left's got ferric oxide in it that only gets replaced about every 3 or 4 months, so it gets pretty encrusted with other things. Down here, not much different. Maybe a few more sponges. You can see the deep sand bed. It's kind of stratifying there. It's been up for about a year now. I'll try to zoom in and see if we can see anything. Some shrimp swim by there. Other sponges, macroalgae. Anyway, this water goes through an egg crate over here, so it gets good cross ventilation through the entire depth above the sand bed. You can see it's glass below that. This way there's really slow surface flow, and the flow is really coming through the live rock and macroalgae. Then it goes down through this chamber. You can see a lot of sediment drops out there, comes back up, and then overflows into the main return. Water level is actually kind of high right now. I was just doing a water change. I need to drain a little bit more water out. And in this section is my pump return. I got some live rock in there. Not much else really in here. There's some macroalgae in here, but it usually doesn't do very well in here because of the lack of light on this side. You can see a feather duster in the back there. On the outside, my return line, there's the main return there. And I have another line that comes off here that feeds the reactors. There's a cooling fan. And on the left-hand side, back there's the calc reactor. Cuts in and dribbles some water in there about every 30 minutes for 15 seconds. If the pH is below 8.1. And here's the calcium reactor. Not bubbling right now, as the pH inside the reactor is below 6.6 at set point. And then that little black line right there is what feeds the calcium alkalinity from the reactor into the sump. About it.